This lady was given 4,000 a bill. Hey, good evening, is Cape Flats Stories. Kaapse Vlakte mense, hoop het gaat goed saam met julle. We have a very eventful evening tonight, so you guys mustn't run away. Just wait. We've got something nice technical for you and some information. But I want to talk about the week that was. First of all, the boys, die ladies is terug van Spain af. En bewaar julle siele as julle weer vir BT Academy support. Let's be honest. They disappointed our boys. They disappointed us as South Africans, you know. But the nice thing about the whole thing was we stood together. South Africa, Cape Town came together and said, "Yay, let's help these boys." Or South Africa, let's help these boys get back. So each and everyone that was part of this journey to get them back from Spain, thank you so much. And then, so the other story that I want to talk about, the baby that disappeared, the Imad baby. I believe the lady that actually kidnapped him got 4,000 rand bail. Wow, 4,000 rand bail for, you know, she is found guilty of kidnapping a child. So we're not really sending a serious message. And for that reason, the system is failing us. And if I look at it like this, will the system fail us again? You know? And then a very sad story was, a few nights ago, a lady got stuck on the R300 and she was killed changing a tire. That is Cape Town for you, eh? It's not safe here anymore. And I would advise ladies, anybody, if you're stuck on a R300, rather drive. Red tire stuk en ry to by die naaste garage of waar ook al, but don't stand on the streets. Cape Town is not safe, and I'm being honest. It might be the best run city, but believe me, people are dying every day. We need to be honest. We need to be also real. People are dying, not on the Cape Flats, but everywhere. But without any further ado, I've got a young man here. He's from the Cape Flats, but he represents a brand from China. Zijn naam is Cheng Li Zoom. I'm just playing. His name is Ryan. Ryan, welcome to Cape Flats Stories.
Thank you so much, Uncle Stan. I appreciate it. So, dames en heren, wees gegroet in die wonderlijke naam van Ryan Gertze. I am the Regional Promotions Manager for Xiaomi Western Cape. Uncle Stan has been so nice to invite me here today with all of these lovely people. It's absolutely amazing. Bitchy nervous.
Okay.
Maar vir jou is ek alright. Ek is fine.
You don't have to be nervous. Before we go into the products, so we're going to do a few reviews and things on the products that Xiaomi is selling. You will see Xiaomi is growing at Gori. And that is one thing that I actually admire about the brand myself for the last 4 years. It's almost 4 years. So, but before we go, when I buy a product, I want to know from where am I buying it from. Ryan, vertel eens meer van jezelf. Wie is Ryan en van waar is Ryan? Het is van Constantia Mosne en
Porcelains, apparently. So, very humble person. I love speaking to people.
Ja.
Ek weet nie hoekom ek nou nervous is, but otherwise, I love speaking to people. And what a lot of people don't know about me, and I promise you, a lot of people are going to be shocked when I mention this.
Ja.
I am actually a qualified professional ballroom dancer.
Okay.
I have an adjudicator's license. So I've been dancing for about 20 years.
Nice.
My first passion. Sales became my second passion. So, which is also why I am here today, because I love what I do. I love speaking about the things that I have. I love speaking about the things that I do.
Yeah.
And more importantly, I like leaving customers with an experience. You know, you need to get people to come back to you.
Yeah.
The only way you can get people to come back to you is if you are a good person.
Yeah.
You know, extend an extra helping hand without wasting too much time.
Yeah.
But a lot of people go through so many things. A lot of people buy cell phones not because they want to, but because they need to. So we just need to make that experience a little better.
Yeah.
You know, make it a little more homey.
Yeah.
Let people feel like they are talking to someone that they can trust, because at the end of the day, you want to be somebody that the client or the customer or the business can trust.
Yeah.
Because good people do good things.
I agree with you. And I think it's also, you know what, so this is the first Xiaomi phone that I bought. You must teach me to say that name right. The first Xiaomi phone that I bought. Look, I had a bit of issues with going live, but I also noticed many other people also have issues when they go live. So I thought it was the phone. It was never the phone. It was just that somehow Facebook didn't allow me to do lives. It was a Facebook thing. But for the last 3 years, I've been using the Redmi 11 and then recently upgraded to the 14th. Tell me more about this product. Can you tell me where it originated from and when, was the product born?
So, as we all know, Xiaomi, it's a Chinese brand, which is where it originated from. Funny enough, it was a software company before they became a hardware company. But in order for you to have good hardware, you need good software.
Correct.
So I understand the issue with the device. I mean, it was a little older.
Yeah.
And I trust that you're having a much better experience now. I trust that you are having a much better experience now.
Look here, you will see. I'm a photographer now.
Yes.
Ik vat nou foto's, bro.
Ik het gezien, understand. Elke dag. So, ik maak fysiek, ik ga elke dag op Cape stories. I might not react much, but that's because I scroll a lot faster than I can react. But I'm there on a regular basis. So, most of the time, I'm there because I'm waiting for the pictures. It's not that I don't care about the news, I really do. But I'm there because of the pictures. And then also on your WhatsApp status, I mean the pictures that you have taken. I myself have tried to dabble in the photography scene for a bit, and at the time I was using a very, very old cell phone. So I went in, took a couple of good pictures, and for that reason, I can confidently say that you don't have to spend 35k on a camera. I mean, if you want to, if you buy the means to do so, you can by all means go ahead, do it. But you don't necessarily have to, because there are things that you can do on your cell phone that you can't do on your camera.
Correct.
So yes, you can take pictures, very good pictures, very good videos, but can you use the internet from your camera through a Wi-Fi connection only with another monitor?
Yes.
So the cell phone, or a cell phone in general, it presents you with a world of convenience. Like most people like to say, it's literally a computer in your pocket. There's nothing that you can't do on your cell phone. I mean, it's idiot-proof. There's nothing that you can't do on your cell phone. I know that somebody's going to say, oh, can my cell phone make coffee? Like, no, it can't. But there are other things that your cell phone can do that will allow you the convenience of making your coffee or your juice for that matter, or even your food.
But that sounds so far-fetched, what you're saying then. As somebody say you dink aan die koffie maak jy, maar kan actually nie your phone nie, a Xiaomi phone. But tell us more about that thing before we go into the products. I believe there's an ecosystem, right?
There's a beautiful ecosystem, Uncle Stan.
Tell us about it.
A beautiful ecosystem. So I do have a few products with me. I do have a few products. So what I'm going to show you first is our Google Home speaker.
Okay.
Right. So, not like a normal Bluetooth speaker. It's compatible with your, it's very similar to the Alexa. So, with this speaker, hey Google, en as hy nou ingeplak gewees het, dan het sy nou vir my gevra, ja, wat gaat aan? But hey Google, what's the weather like today? The speaker will then revert back to you in real time. Like, look here, Ryan, it's like 20 degrees outside. Okay, not in that voice. I mean, ek moet nog my stem oplaai. So, you can't do that. So, hey Google, what's the weather like today? Google will then tell you the weather today is 25 degrees Celsius. We partly cloudy, mostly blue skies, whatever it is that she says. You can also ask her to play music for you. Okay. So you can link your YouTube music, your Spotify accounts. You can link to the speaker as well. That then means that I don't have to play my music from YouTube on my phone. Okay. What's your favorite song? What's your go-to song at the moment? Anything that make you feel lekker?
Fagre Isaacs, Cape Town song.
So you ask her?
Fagre Isaacs, Cape Town song.
Ik heb gezien, ze is af.
Oké, dan vraag je maar reis.
Ja, ze vraagt me niet vaak. Ze is alright. Ze is bij nice.
Okay.
So you ask her, play the song, and then it will tell you, now playing Cape Town song by Fagre.
I like that.
On Spotify or on YouTube Music. Then it also has voice controls. So we do have the buttons at the top. So it's mostly just the mute button, the play button, and then we've got next. That's it, next and volume. So you don't have to touch anything. Once this is plugged in and it's centered in your home, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to go and touch it again. All you have to do is speak to it.
How's the sound quality? Because ik had een hi-fi gehad, man. Ik het voor mijn dochter. Dus she's still that phase where she buys CDs and stuff. Now I don't have nothing in my room.
Verkoppelen nog CD's?
She apparently orders the stuff from BTO once a month.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, South Korean. So, I'm actually looking for something similar like this where you can wake up in the morning, tell the thing to play music for you.
Yeah, you can. You set your alarm, she'll wake you up, she'll read you your to-do list for the day, whatever's on your calendar. So because it's synced to your Google account, what you have on your Google account, she will let you know.
Okay.
Like she will tell you, Uncle Stan, hey Google, what is my schedule for today? Hey Uncle Stan, today you have a podcast at 8 p.m. with Ryan Gertze. Everything that you put on your calendar, she will announce it for you as well.
And what is the price range for a device like that?
The IoT products, depending on where you purchase them, this one is actually under 1,000 rand.
Are you serious?
As a heart attack.
Je hebt memorie now.
Koop ze maar 2 man. So visie. So the IoT products, depending on whether you're taking them out at a network store, they start from as little as 19 rand per month added to your contract.
Okay.
So you don't even have to spend the cash.
Okay.
You can add it to your contract.
So if you, so what are you saying for the people out there that for the ouderige mense? So if you have a cell phone,
yes.
You so let's say you go to the shop and you go buy a Xiaomi, right? You can then add that onto your where you pay 19 rand a month.
From 19 rand a month, yes, depending on the IoT products that we have.
Okay.
So we have, I've got with me today a vacuum. This is our E5. This is our E5. Now understand, how many times have you gotten home and you were tired?
My bro.
You don't smaak for anything.
Ja, okay.
Sy het niks lusie.
Jy weet as Kelly vir ook nog vir jou uit se beleid sit.
Sy wil altyd hier op die setie sit.
Ja.
Hoekom moet ek alleen skoon maak?
Ja, ja.
So, with the vacuum, as long as the vacuum is connected to a stable Wi-Fi network, you can activate this vacuum from your phone. Sy sal die huis skoon maak. En by die tyd wanneer 'n big stand by die huis is, klaar.
Gentlemen, we need to get ourselves one of these. Kykie, ek kan nie vir hom maar skel nie. Hy is mos klaar skoon.
Die huis is skoon.
So in other words, what you're telling me, let's say 4 o'clock. Is ek by die week. Die ding is in die voorkamer in.
Ja.
Hy moet die voorkamer skoon maak. Dan kan ek maar net my apps gat en aansit.
Sy sal skoon maak. So this is the entry level one.
Yeah.
We have another one where it actually maps out the room that you put it in.
Okay.
So maybe 3-bedroom house, you have bedroom 1, 2 and 3, you have lounge, you have kitchen, dining area. So each area, or the vacuum will register each area separately. So whenever it goes into, whenever you put it in that room, it will map out what it previously had cleaned. So sy gaan weer daar skoon maak waar sy van tevore skoon gemaak het.
Okay.
So it's baie slim.
So sy
Baie
program
slim as
basically
ek dit-
for haar en dan maak sy self skoon.
Yeah, that's it.
One of these days you guys are going to come up with a thing where it picks your clothes away and...
Hy sal baie nice wees, no? Jo, wasgoed is baie. Veral in die winter.
Ja.
Veral in die winter, wasgoed is baie.
So now die voorkamer skoon, die musiek speel. Nou smaak jy vir iets om te drink.
A healthy buzz.
Kijk jy, is
I understand you've been on a healthy buzz aan
het is weekends, wil ek jou weekends te healthy gaat hê, but okay, ja.
Nie te healthy,
Ja, ja.
nie te healthy. Gooi miskien 2 extra strawberries in.
Okay.
I also have here a smart blender. Die ander parte van die blender se buis is baie groot, man.
Okay.
So ek het hulle net so langs in mekaar, net so observe. So yes, also a blender. You will note that there's hardly any buttons on the blender. And that is because this blender can also be controlled from your cell phone. So you put in what you want, you set it, and maak sy vir yourself a juice. Maybe you smaak a tomato and onion juice. I don't know, please don't drink that. Maybe you smaak one sometime. I mean, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, right?
Exactly. So you can put your things in there already, and like I say, you can program it also before you get home.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, nowadays time management is all. It's everything.
Yes, and that is something that I do want to touch on because we live in a society where time is literally money.
Yeah.
You don't have time to do anything that you want or everything that you want to do.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to do certain things, you know, certain things that seem a little boring to other people.
Yeah.
I mean, cleaning house is not boring to some people. Some people find cleaning house very therapeutic. I'm not one of those people. I do it because I have to do it, so I get it done.
Yeah.
But let's say there's this married couple, young married couple, they don't really have a lot of time, very successful in their own rights. I don't have a lot of time to prepare a meal or cook a meal. I don't have a lot of time to clean my house, but I need to make sure that my house is clean. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things for myself because it's work, it's home, it's prepping for work the next day, it's sleep.
Okay.
Soms is daar nie tyd om TV te kyk nie. So, if you can cut maybe half an hour to an hour from your schedule per day, wouldn't that be amazing?
Perfect.
Because now you've got an hour to spend with your family. So, what I want to encourage is, buying a cell phone is one thing. Anybody can buy a cell phone. If you've got the money, go to the store, put the money down, buy the cell phone. But what are you actually getting? What value are you getting? What is the return for you? Right? A lot of people buy cell phones that don't suit their lifestyles. So some people are living a very high lifestyle, but they are looking at a mid-range device. That is perfect for us, because even for yourself, Uncle Stan, high lifestyle, you've got a mid-range device, but does it perform like a mid-range device?
Exactly.
So everything is subjective. Maybe I like it because I prefer it. You know, maybe I like it because I'm used to it. But what I do want to tell you today is that convenience over everything. I see a line in clicks. I'll turn around and go to Dischem.
Exactly.
Die underarm is dieselfde prys. Ek gaan eieren daartoe. You know? So, yeah. I love it. I love the convenience of it. I'm able to do things from my phone that will later convenience me at home.
And the nice thing is this, like you say also, look, you are from the Cape Flats, I'm from the Cape Flats. What is also important is, you know, what can I spend? Nowadays, I can't spend 2,000 Rand on the phone anymore, 1,500 on the phone.
Exactly.
I can't spend a lot of money. You know, if I'm going to spend, let's say, 600 Rand a month or 700 Rand a month, it must be worth my while.
Definitely.
Nowadays, you get data at work, you get data at home. So you just maybe need data for when you travel. That's just all, right? Other thing is this, so you need a phone with the busy data, because that's just the reality that they can afford. But now you're telling me, okay, wait a minute. If you buy a Xiaomi phone, you can add on. You can buy the vacuum for 19 Rand. You can buy
from 19 Rand.
You can buy the speaker. You can buy the juice maker. Do you have kettles as well?
We do have kettles.
Because that's the other thing. Because if I can buy something for 700 Rand, just how I think. I'm from the Cape Flats. If I can buy, say, ecosystem for 800 Rand or so, it's going to be worth my while.
Yes, because you're going to benefit from it. You're going to get home. You're going to see everything there. Not only are you going to see it, you'll be able to utilize each and every one of those items independently. And each and every one of those items is going to make life a little more convenient.
Exactly.
For you. Maybe you don't like walking a lot. Like I know you hike a lot. I know that. I love it. But maybe you're on Sea Point Promenade. You don't really feel like walking. You don't feel like hiring a scooter or a bike. You get yourself a scooter, on your scooter, and then you take the trip around the Sea Point Promenade.
I like the scooter also. It's also part of the ecosystem, right?
Yes.
What does your scooters go for? Because, kyk jy, okay, ek is 'n groot bra, maar as een van my ook.
Understand? Also, is basically dieselfde size. So I've ridden one of those scooters before. They are absolutely amazing. They anything between 8 to 15, depending on the model. But very good scooters, very fun. I mean, as 'n groot man op 'n scooter kan ry en hy smile soos 'n kind, dan moet ons weet na scooters lekker. No, it's honestly, it's amazing. I love it.
And the scooters also part of the package that you can add on?
They are now.
Are they now? Okay.
You just need to know where to find them. But then again, Uncle Stan, you know a guy. I'm the guy.
Quite. I like the whole thing, but now again, so I've been using this watch now, right? For the last 4 months. The previous watch that I had, you will see I had the previous one also, but it was the round one. It was the S1.
Yes.
Brilliant watch, nice watch. This one here, right? I have it now for the last 4 months, and I'm enjoying it. I don't take it off. Like at home, ek slaap aan because it measures my sleeping pattern.
Sleeping.
Tell us, and it's cheap.
It is.
I bought the other brand 5 years ago, I'm not gonna lie to you, Samsung. It was very expensive, and I gave it to my son. This cheap one, I promise you, it does more for me than that one. So tell us more about the Xiaomi watches.
Again, Uncle Stan, value for money and convenience. That's all you need. I don't need my watch to take pictures.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need it to play music. I mean, if it does, perfect.
Yeah.
A mic and a speaker for phone calls, more than enough. But if you want the watch for what the watch is supposed to be used for, then just get the watch for what the watch is supposed to be used for.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people only want the pedometer, they only want the heart rate,
Yes.
and then the time and the notifications. That's all that they want.
And how many steps you did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, why would I want to spend 9,000 Rand on a watch
No.
when I could spend 19 Rand per month on a watch?
Yes.
That's going to do the exact same thing. You know, the watch might look different, but I mean, simplicity is key.
Exactly.
It's a nice, sleek, black design.
Yeah.
That's it.
What
That's
is
all
that?
you need.
What model is that?
That's the same one that you have.
Is it the same
watch
one?
for active.
Hoe kan ik het so different?
That's the face.
It's because you are having
That's
it
the
in
face.
Yeah.
So you can change it. It's fully customizable.
I like this watch.
It's nice.
Like I said, my one, the other one is almost 3 years old. It's still there. I actually have 2 watches, so I alternate between it. But the fact that the software is very accurate. I think you guys have stepped up. I must give it to you.
A lot.
You've stepped up in a sense of it's very much accurate now. What software is on your phones?
At the moment, we are using HyperOS. So we've changed from our normal, or from the older operating system, we've changed to HyperOS around the beginning of this year. I remember I received the update on my 14T first.
Okay.
My Xiaomi 14T, this one, very good phone, very nice.
That is your top of the range one now, no?
Yes, top of the range in South Africa.
Okay.
Let me, just a disclaimer, top of the range in South Africa. And as good as this phone is, Uncle Stan, it's not our best phone. It's a very good phone. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. It's not our best phone. So you will note that there are 2 different names that are associated with the Xiaomi brand. So it's Xiaomi.
Yeah.
Xiaomi is reserved for our Xiaomi series.
Okay.
And Xiaomi series is always flagship series.
Okay.
And then we have what we are using, the Redmi series. So Redmi is the entry level, which is what people like to call it. These are mid-range devices, right? No, you don't. You have a mid-ranger.
Mid-range, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. A flagship defying mid-ranger. There we go.
Okay.
Yes. The reason I say that is because anybody can buy a flagship device.
Okay.
Again, if you can afford it, purchase the flagship device. But how well is that phone going to be suited to your lifestyle? Do you really need all of those features? Because if you aren't using the phone to its full capacity, I'm not saying it's going to be useless, but you're missing out on a lot. Like, there's one feature on the Xiaomi 14T that I absolutely love. It's called the AI transcript. So if I have meetings at work, I do listen in meetings, I pay attention. I'm just hypothetically speaking, disclaimer. If I don't pay attention, that feature will record that entire meeting for me in notes.
Okay.
It will give me bullet points of what was discussed. So, bullet points of what was discussed and a full scope of what happened in the meeting. So, Uncle Stan said something, Ryan said something, everybody else, whoever said something, it will record everything as is. You will have it in your notes. So if you maybe miss something in your meeting, go back to your notes. Everything will be there for you.
I was actually thinking about it last weekend because people still have meetings where die bram met die pen sit en die boek sit en hy vat notes.
Ek kan nie skryf nie.
But that's the thing. Many of the guys, they don't want to write or they don't have lists. But I mean, with the app like that, you put it obviously in the middle of the table and it picks up.
Again, value for money and convenience.
Yeah.
That's it. People are willing to spend money on convenience.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you spend 3,500 Rand a month on security. You don't need it, but it's convenient. Like, you don't have to worry about a certain something in your life anymore. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry as much about your safety. Let me rather say it like that. So, convenience, always convenience.
I've got a question for you. Simplified Management and Events are asking, do you need to have a Xiaomi phone to control the IoT devices, or is the app available for any Android device from the Play Store?
You don't need a Xiaomi phone, but it is highly recommended. It is highly recommended that you have a Xiaomi device when you are using it. Look, if we're being honest, Android is Android. If there's an application for it, it's going to work. But when you buy the Xiaomi device, everything you need is there already. So you don't have to go and download it. All you do is open up your menu, everything you need is right there. So we do have the Xiaomi Home app. I'll just give you a little view of what it looks like. Sorry, wrong phone.
I just want to say a disclaimer. This man, when I met him, he had an iPhone. Hy het nou Altui. Hy het nou Altui Xiaomi phone. So.
Ja, I've seen the light.
Ja.
Ik praat van die studio licht en ik praat van die rechte licht. Hy is hier. Daar is hy. So we've got the Xiaomi Home app.
Okay.
This is what my home screen looks like at the moment. Is af omdat ek baie ver van die huis af is. Also, I moved the stuff, so I don't use them anymore.
Okay.
But when you need to add, and this is the part that gets people all the time. Every single time this gets people. Dis nou daar. Amper klaar. So everything that you need will be right here for you. These are all of the devices. At the moment, it's only my range extender.
Okay.
But it's not only the range extender that will be displayed there. This is only displaying what I've used thus far on my work phone.
Yeah.
We have a lot, a plethora of items.
Okay.
Understand, I'm talking about anything you can think of that you can put a smart chip in. We've tried it.
Okay.
I have never heard of smart shoes in my life until I saw it on this application.
Smart shoes?
Smart shoes, Uncle Stan.
Tell me about it.
They aren't available in South Africa as yet.
Okay.
But, I mean, smart shoes. Just the thought of smart shoes.
Yeah.
So, what I can say about it is, with your watch, we've got a pedometer on the watch. The same sensors, by theory, the same sensors should be applied to the shoes. Okay. So now imagine being able to track what you did from your feet and not your wrist. It's there in real time. I mean, understand the loop. Maybe you want to find out how many actual steps there are on Jacob's ladder. You don't have to count it anymore. Van wie gaat dan nou tel tot 2.500 toe?
Ja, nee.
Of whatever the amount of steps there is. But you will know when you get back.
I can see the brassa on the Cape Flats with the Xiaomi jacket on, a Xiaomi watch on, tikkies on,
Xiaomi beanie
on. Hier is Xiaomi.
Veilige
Hy man gaat slat met de Xiaomi.
Volle Xiaomi gap.
Because the thing is this, you know what? Our people are very much active. If you look at the people are active, we walk a lot. And these devices is affordable. I think if people give this watches alone opportunity, they will see there's a lot of value in these watches. And it's good quality. Yeah,
not just the watches, the product in general.
Yeah.
I had my first Xiaomi in I don't want to lie to you, understand. Around 2014 or 2015, I bought my first Xiaomi device. This is how I bought the device. I had a different cell phone. Yeah. And I saw this cell phone in a pamphlet, right? Looked through it. Went home, did some more research on that particular device. I will never forget it. It was the Xiaomi Mi4 or the Mi 4 at the time. 16 gigs of onboard memory, 4 gigs of RAM. Wow. That's a little now compared to the 512 and 12 gigs of RAM that I have. It's very little compared. But at the time, the phone was already way ahead of its competitors. And there were things that I could do on my phone, on my Xiaomi, that a lot of other people couldn't do. And they had all very good brands, brands that we won't mention them, but they had very good cell phones. And then there was me, with my little 16 gig Xiaomi. Yeah. But everybody loved my phone. Yeah. Because it presented something different. Yes. A lot of people buy what they are used to, and only because they are used to it.
But that is the thing, Ryan. At the time, I was also, when I started out, so when cell phones came into the country, you remember it's the Motorola, the big phones.
Of hy plat een wat gelyk het soos 'n blyd.
Of hy dinge of hy Sony Ericsson iPhone. Yeah. So over the years we have developed, and we were only used to the big names. But on, let's say, the last 10 years, like we've mentioned now, things changed. Yeah. You get similar type of phones or even better phones for less money. Yes. And I think that is what it is about now. I think you've mentioned earlier on, it's also about what I can afford.
Yes.
The affordability. Definitely. And the quality. But now, let's just say you have an auntie here. The auntie het nou Sy het nou 'n pensioen gekry, ek gee die kinders vir geld en sy wil 'n phone nie man. Sy kyk between 2 and 3,000 rand. What is there anything in that category? She wants to use it for WhatsApp.
Ja.
Want sy wil by groep wees sien sy. Hy family groep.
Hy groep waar hulle almal like good morning messages.
Nee, bro,
Ek weet nou nog nie waar my goed is kry nie, om eerlik te wees understand. My phone is vol van hy goeders.
Nou sy wil by groep wees en dan wil sy nou en dan wil sy gaan op Facebook.
Ja.
And maybe YouTube. But she only have like 2 to 3,000 rand. What would you recommend?
So you're going to go to any other salesman. You tell them my price range is between 2 and 3,000 rand. So now this is the difference between me and every other salesman.
Yeah.
I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
I want to know what you're going to need your phone for. Because if your budget is between 2 and 3,000 rand, there's no reason for me to eat the 3,000 rand.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that you have something that ties into your life.
Yeah.
You're looking for something simple, understand, right?
Yeah.
You want WhatsApp, a little bit of Facebook.
Yes.
I want to be able to take a picture of the grandkids every now and then.
Yes, yes.
I have the perfect recommendation for you over here.
Okay.
So, sê vir Auntie, wat is Auntie se naam? Gee sommer enige naam.
Antifika.
Antifika. Hi Antifika. Ek glo alles is right by die huis. Antifika, I have here for you the Redmi A5. Now, this phone was launched not too long ago. So, 128 gigs of onboard memory, 5,200 milliamp battery, understand?
Okay.
32 megapixel
Hy's
camera.
vinnig gecharge.
Hy charge alright.
Okay, okay.
Hy charge alright.
Okay.
Hy sit te stadig.
Okay, okay.
Hy sit te stadig. But then again, Antifika gaat mos nou seker 'n bak akne maak.
Ja,
so.
ja.
Sy kan mos nou nie met die phone staan by die potjie.
Ja.
So wat sy moet doen is, sy moet haar phone op charge sit. Also guys, please, when you charge your phone, leave it. Don't use it. If you're going to use your phone, then unplug the charger. But don't use your phone while it's charging. Because a lot of you come into stores and you say that your battery is not lasting anymore. And this is not just for Xiaomi.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
This is just a little bit of advice for the Facebook community.
Yeah.
Do not use your phone while it's on charge. Jou vingers gaan afbrand, asseblief. Do not.
Ja.
So ja, sê vir Antifika.
Okay.
Sy moet die Redmi A5 gaan koop, right?
Okay.
128 gigs of onboard memory, 4 gigs of RAM, a 32 megapixel camera in the back and an 8 megapixel camera in the front.
Okay.
One of the only devices in its price range to have a 120 Hz screen. So Antifika, ek verstaan Antifika dra ook brille, soos ons, ons baie blind.
Sy dra ook brille.
So Antifika hoef jy om te worry nie.
Okay.
Smooth transitions from application to application and even when you're scrolling Facebook.
Ja.
So daar's niks van hy gehakkery nie.
Ja, wat
Niks van hy gehakkery nie, ja.
Does iemand wat hierso vra 'n vraag, does Xiaomi have any devices for gamers or people on the move all the time? Since I'm always on the move but want to game when I get the chance.
Okay. So if you are gaming and you're gaming on the move, the most important thing that you are going to need, you must have it in your bag. It's essential as a power bank.
Okay.
Luckily for you, we also have power banks. So we got you covered. We got you covered. Ons het alles. So all of our devices, or most of our devices, from the mid-ranges up, they deal very well when it comes to games.
Okay.
I myself, I'm using the 14T. I play a little bit of FIFA Mobile.
Okay.
I don't know if a lot of people play it. I also play PUBG.
Okay.
I play Call of Duty Mobile. I also play Call of Duty Warzone. And they operate amazingly from my device.
Okay.
Smooth transitions, the graphics is amazing.
Okay.
I've got no complaints.
Yeah.
The only time I would complain is if my Wi-Fi is slow.
Okay.
But that's the only lag I've ever experienced. I haven't experienced a break in performance. The phone has operated extremely well for me from beginning to end.
Okay.
During matches, I haven't... I mean, I've lost a couple of matches, but hy is omdat sommer van die ouens baie kwaai skiet, man.
Ja.
Ek as jy soek baie in die plas, die brille. Ek moet nog soek waar die mense is.
So wat is die afval weer op sit?
Nee, kan ek niks sien nie aangestel. Nee, maar speel ek met die agterpad van die phone en dan. So yes, a power bank is essential if you are on the move, especially if you are a gamer, because a lot of the games they use the graphics processors and they tend to not overexert, but they tend to exhaust a lot of the battery life when you are playing games.
Okay.
Especially when you have a device that has a good screen. So what a lot of people don't know is the Xiaomi 14T has 144 Hz variable refresh rate. What that means for you, Uncle Stan, is you're not going to get 144 Hz all the time. I mean, when you're scrolling through Facebook, you don't need 144. So it will drop down to about maybe 5, maybe 10, depending on what it is at that time. But when you are playing your games, when you are watching your movies, then you will get to experience the 144. So, yes, power bank and a Xiaomi 14T.
There you go. So Antifika het gesoort nou en die gamers word het out.
Ja. Ek het nog eens van Antifika gesê wat die pryse is van haar phone.
Sê gou vir.
Sy gaan nou vir haar young stem, sy het vir my iets gevra van iets anders. But Antifika, this phone is going to set you back 1,999 rand.
Okay.
2,000 rand. 120 Hz refresh rate, 128 gigs of onboard memory, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 megapixel camera at the back, 8 in the front. So Antifika kan 5 van die family groups. Miskien is die extended en die extended se
van die X-man moes nou
van almal moes nou jaloers wees. Sê vir iets ek het 'n nuwe phone.
Yeah. But just to give you guys also just to compliment you what you're saying. So I had this phone now for almost 4 years. I don't have any issues. I promise you. This one I bought recently. I'm not saying you must buy it, but it's affordable. I was tired of paying a lot of money for that big name brands. It's also like you say, it's for what you're using it for.
It's always what you're using it for.
But now, I am up and coming TikToker. Remember, our people are doing very well.
They are.
On social media.
They are.
So I'm an up and coming TikToker or a Facebooker or a YouTuber. I want a phone that I can start with. Because remember, Cape Flip Stories, this brand was started with the P30 Lite Huawei. And then we must move obviously up. What advice would you give an up-and-coming social media person?
So for social media, for streaming, for TikTokers, content creators, you need a phone that has a good battery, first of all.
Yeah.
Something with a moderately decent camera. Doesn't have to be the best. Because at the end of the day, when you are creating content, I mean, Uncle Stan, you edit your videos or you're going to edit your pictures before you post them.
Correct.
So naturally you are going to edit. But it shouldn't be expensive to become a content creator.
Correct.
You should be able to upload your content from anything. So as long as you have a stable Wi-Fi connection, all you're going to need is a cell phone with a good battery and a decent camera.
Okay.
That's basically it. And then obviously onboard memory would be a good thing. So I would highly recommend our Redmi Note 14 Pro.
It's the one that I have.
Nie daai in die verkeerde phone.
Ja, dis
ou een. Die ene. The Redmi 14 Pro. 256, 8 gigs of RAM. So even with this one, I mean, I've used this for the past 2 weeks. And the only regret I have is that I couldn't transfer all of my chats because I forgot to back it up.
Oh, okay.
So hy is my skuld mense, asseblief. There is a seamless transition between any and all operating systems. If you are with somebody who knows what they are doing.
So what is the price range? Let's say ons het nou die verkeerd gesoort, is got 2,000, right?
Ja, Antifika is alright.
The 14T and the Redmi, the price range just for people. The Redmi is just to start up with.
Yes.
You know, it's a decent phone. I'm using one. I'm running Cape Flip Stories from it. What would you say is the cost
so
of it?
Our cheapest device at the moment is retailing for 1,399. That is the Redmi A3X. Also very entry level. Antifika, daar's nog 'n phone van Antifika. Maar Antifika moet die ene vat, né? Die ene lyk 'n bietjie bitter man. Lekker gebou om te hou. So 1,399, and then we go all the way up to 15,999 at the moment. So Xiaomi 14T available for 15,999.
It's not a bad price.
Not at all. If you consider what you are getting for that price.
Just give them a bit also of history. So the Xiaomi 14T for the photographers is inspired by Leica.
Yes,
the Leica camera
with Leica lenses.
Leica is one of the most expensive cameras. You will never be able to afford a Leica camera. That camera costs about 120,000.
Ek sal hy kerk op hom
sê. Ja. Of miskien 'n Golfie. A Mark 1.
Ja, 'n Mark 1 vir 20,000 en dan gooi jy so 100,000 in die kar.
Op my ry.
Ja, soos ons se colored broers doen. Because that's what we do. So from 1,399 all the way up to 15,999. And you have a plethora of options in between. So 1,399, 1,999, 2,299, and then 2,799, 3,999, 5,999, 4,999. So whatever your budget is, I will find something for you.
Ryan is the man, he will sort you out.
Yes,
Ryan, I've got somebody here that says, Federal Lynn Jason. Evening, Uncle Stan and Ryan, I want to know what Xiaomi TV box can I buy to make my TV smart? I see there are different boxes available. What is the best one to buy, please?
Sê gou weer wat die naam is, Uncle Stan?
Svidra.
Logistiek, man, koop 'n TV. Ons het nou die dag TV's gebring. So, we have TVs, Uncle Stan.
Do you have TVs?
Yes, we do.
Okay, Xiaomi
we have
TVs.
Xiaomi TVs,
Wow.
smart TVs, full Android TVs. But I also understand that in the economy that we are in, not everybody is going to be able to spend a 7 or 8,000 rand on a TV, which is a reasonable price. Maybe you spend 2,000 rand on TV. Maybe you have a TV already, it's just not smart. But for that, Uncle Stan, I have a solution. Because you don't necessarily have to spend thousands to have a good TV. Maybe you have a 900 rand, maybe you have 700 rand. Pardon. My coffee was baie lekker.
That guy we sent to Turkey to make coffee for us. Eh?
Oh, that guy is amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. So, what I do have here is the Xiaomi Smart Stick. Smart TV stick, sorry. I didn't bring the remote with me, but I did that on purpose, Uncle Stan.
Aspirus.
Yes, aspirus. Soos meeste van ons colored mense is. Ons is mos aspirus. So, I've got this here TV stick. Now I don't have the power cables, but it does take a micro USB. It also connects to a power brick.
Okay.
And for those of you who have the stick, I highly recommend using the power brick. Alternatively, you could use your UPS if you have one.
Okay.
But the power brick or the UPS. Because I've had many questions. I've had people stop me in public. Like not even in a mall. So I've had people stop me in public. They read the name on the jacket. Like, yo, you work for Xiaomi. And you are inclined to be sarcastic sometimes, but you forget that, you know, you're in a professional setting. So they would ask me about and say, look here, I've got this TV stick at home, but it keeps switching off. And I know for a fact that there are people right now whose smart sticks switches off. So for that, please use the power brick or UPS. Because the power that you are getting from, or the current that you are getting from the power brick and the UPS is a lot better than the current you will get from the TV. Because a lot of people are plugging them into their TVs. So yes, it will work, but it's not really going to work for a long period of time. You are going to experience some issues with regards to the TV stick itself.
Okay. So a stick like that will cost you 700 rand to 1,000 rand? Okay.
Roughly, depending on the model. Depending on the model.
But like I said, like also not everybody can afford a smart TV. So my TVs have a USB port, so I can use it. You know, and many times also these TVs they go out of warranty, and then the software don't work, so you can't really use it.
Yes, and you can't update it.
So that would be the ideal solution.
Because as long as this is connected to your Wi-Fi, you'll be able to update it all the time.
Ryan, wat het ons nog nie gecover nie? Ons het nou alles gecover, die watch, ons het die Sony dinges
Ek wil net van Uncle Stan sê die range van die TV's. As 3 wat op die oomblik is. As 3. So ons het 'n 55-inch Pro QLED 4K TV, 120 Hz refresh rate. That TV is currently retailing at 7,999.
Okay.
And then we have a
55 inch.
That is a 55 inch for 7,999.
That's not bad.
Hy's 55 inches. 55 is baie, Uncle Stan.
Ja, dat is groot.
Is baie.
Ja, is groter as die console is. So, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, guys.
As die muur, is die voorkamer muur.
Yeah, that's it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, and then we've got a 75-inch QLED 4K TV as well.
It's 4K.
As anybody, do you want to take a guess, Uncle Stan? What would you expect to pay for a 4K QLED TV today?
Look, the last time I went to go look at TVs, a TV like that would have cost 20-something thousand rand.
13,999, Uncle Stan.
13,999.
Ja, die bewyse is net hier voor my. I can't lie. My ma kyk, sy gaan my slap as ek by die huis kom.
So you have a whole range. Let's say I want to buy a Xiaomi smart TV. But jy moet na die entry level. Nou, die Fika se sister. Stina. Nou Stina getroud saam met Fikkie, maar Fikkie se broer. Nou sy wil nou 'n TV koop. Maar you know, vir like Kersfees vir die kinders, nou wat sy opspaar. What will a normal what is the normal sizes nowadays?
32s.
What would it
32s. I can tell you how much a 32 is going to cost when I get it.
Okay, so
when I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for now, from 55 up to 75, we have everything in between.
Okay.
So, Auntie Stina, se man, Uncle Fikkie, sê vir ons alright, ek kan ook 'n TV koop. But you must have your TV license.
Yeah.
You must have your TV
license. So,
and it must be up to date.
Yeah. That's the problem. Onze mensen betalen met TV license.
Ek het lang laas 'n aerial gebruik aangestel. Baie lang laas.
Yeah. But I think we've covered everything. You have TVs. The last thing I want to talk to you about, you guys are making cars now as well. Are we getting one of those cars here? Because my bro,
Understand, if you know the right people, you can get anything. You can get anything. But no, not yet. Not yet. We do have a car, the Xiaomi SU7, Xiaomi SU7 Ultra. They are busy making an SUV as well. But yeah, SU7 Ultra, the car, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good, it performs well. We beat the Porsche Taycan on the Nürburgring as well.
So what?
A Porsche. A Xiaomi, a phone.
Yeah.
A phone.
Yeah.
Wat vinniger is, 'n Porsche is.
So Xiaomi designed this car, right? It's a electrical car, no?
Yes, fully electric.
That actually overtook or is a better
A Porsche Taycan.
A Porsche Taycan.
Yeah. We don't use the word better, Uncle Stan.
Yeah.
We don't use the word better.
Ek was nou old school.
Personally, I don't like to use the term better. Because some people are good at things that other people aren't.
Awesome.
I'm not necessarily better because if I'm able to teach you, you'd be as good as I am.
Okay.
So there's no such thing as better.
Ryan, it was very informative. There's a lot of messages here.
Say hello.
Yeah, I say hello. And I was connected with some of them are actually
no stress, Uncle Stan. You've got my number.
Yeah.
I know you got that photo. I know you got it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And my only regret is you didn't show people my bag.
But
there was a bag in that photo, Uncle Stan. That is where I keep my patients.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Next time.
But all good. Definitely next time. There will definitely be a next time, Uncle Stan.
Ryan, thank you so much. I'm definitely a fan of Xiaomi.
Yes, and I'm a fan of Cape Flat Stories.
Yes, and I've got my watch on. I have it now for a couple of months, and I've got my phones. This one I have for a few years. And I've got my jacket on. You guys will see every week almost I've got the jacket on. So
because it's lekker warm.
It's lekker warm. And it looks smart, man.
It does.
It's like so Chinese, you know. Do you speak it in English?
Ik heb amper gevraagd waar is die beanie, maar toen let ik op je haren.
Ja, nee, ik moet het met opzetten, man. But next week is haren weer lang.
Okay.
Fine, bro.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you,
Remember, there's no me without you.
There's no me without you.
There's no me.
You guys understand English? Bro, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I have another guest with me in the studio. He's going to explain to us, what it is that they are busy with. So give me a few seconds and I'll be back with you guys now. Cheers.
Preview.
Talk about the events and what it is. But you can take
I want to bring in a nice Cape Flats angle with some of the stuff that we do actually.
Yeah.
So.
So guys, we're back now with Nisar and we're going to talk about what it is that he does and also what's available on the big screens but at the theatres. Nisar, welcome to Cape Flat Stories.
Hi Stan, lovely to be here this evening.
Thank you.
Really cool and comfortable in your studio. It's a fantastic setup. Yeah, I feel like I'm on some international US show.
No. We're just from the Cape Flats.
But we won't make American jokes here tonight. Yeah. I'm pretty much from the Cape Flats.
So. Oh, you're in Cape Flats, awesome. So
absolutely.
So you're one of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was born and brought up in Elsies, northern suburbs. Then I migrated to the southern, and Cape Flats is so much a part of our DNA.
Yeah. When you say Elsies and you say you moved to the southern suburbs, right? Are you talking about, did you also move now from Manchester United to Liverpool? Because I know most of the people here are Liverpool supporters.
Pretty much so. But let's not talk about soccer because it's a very contentious thing in my home, okay. People have very bad fights about sport.
Yeah.
And recently, I think the last week's story in sport and soccer locally wasn't amazing. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And but amazing how the community just rallied together.
Awesome.
And got those boys back.
Yes,
they needed to be back.
Yes,
and everybody stepped up and amazing. I must say, shout out to Tracy Lang.
Yeah.
And so many others that supported it. They did really well.
Awesome. tell us more about what it is that you guys do and just more about that.
So, tonight here, I wear multiple hats, but tonight I'm here to talk about Inner Circle Entertainment and some productions that we do.
Okay.
And we do a lot of stuff in the music space.
Okay.
We've been at it for about just over 22 years.
Nice.
And we really bring multiple genres together of music, right? So, traditionally, I've worked with a lot of Indian classical musicians from India. We bring them here. We do some interesting stuff with some local jazz artists, etc. Worked with many South African jazz musicians. And in the last few years, about 5 or 6 years, maybe longer than that, we've been doing some interesting collaborations with orchestra.
Nice.
Actually, which is really niche. It's we have an amazing orchestra in Cape Town, the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yes, yes.
It's the oldest orchestra on the African continent. They're 105 years old.
Wow.
The players are not that old, I must say.
How did you say? We're still playing.
They're 105 years old. And I must say the orchestra has transformed so much because they don't just play old music for old people, what have you. Sometimes you hear this word classical and people think, oh, this is slow music and it's for old people. It's not that. If you listen to all these games, and you spoke about, what was the game you spoke about just early on? Even these FIFA games and stuff, you listen to some of the music and that they have, it's all orchestral music actually. In fact, abroad now, one of the big trends is they have these live concerts and an orchestra plays and people have all these gaming scenes actually happening in a live show kind of format. It's interesting. So in the last 7-8 years, like I said, we've been doing some interesting stuff with the orchestra.
Nice.
Cape Town Philharmonic particularly. And I think one of the biggest steps we took was in 2018. I brought out a very popular Lebanese artist to South Africa by the name of Maher Zain. So I'm sure
yes, he's very popular.
Listeners will know him. He's like hugely popular. His videos have been watched over 5 billion times. Like serious numbers on YouTube and all that. People know him. And we had designed this concert for him. He had never performed with an orchestra. We had him here and we had all this music rearranged. So his music has obviously a lot of Arabic influences and that in there. His band was from like Spain, Morocco, Turkey, Egypt, London, all of the show. And what I actually did was, and this is where the Cape Flats angle comes in, I used somebody right here from the Cape Flats. I said, listen, this is the music. Here's 28 songs and you're going to have to write all these songs because lots of this music you hear and the recorded music today, lots of it is not actually written or not written for that kind of performance. So we had to take all these songs and have this all written for an orchestra, violin section, cello, bass, drums, whatever, plus the band. And I had somebody, Marvin Bourne, I'll mention his name, Marvin. Marvin was just amazing. He sat song by song and he'll tell you today what's his favorite song in that show. And he did all of this and, we found that people loved it. It sounded good. It's been released. It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube, all over. It's got a few million views, in fact, that concert. And we found, listen, we want to do some more of these. And then COVID came. Obviously, it put a bit of a dampener on things. And this year, I said, fine, we want to do something again. And this time around, I'm bringing in a flute player.
Nice.
And he's from India. He plays the bamboo flute. Right. Amazing thing about the flute, it doesn't need any tuning. Now, many other instruments you play, you must first tune up. So this one is simple. It's organic. It's not manufactured in a factory. It's a simple piece of bamboo, and this guy blows the life of it into this flute. And in actual fact, his name is Rakesh Chaurasia. And last year, he won 2 Grammy Awards.
Wow.
One for the best global music performance, one best album in the world music thing. And so I've had him coming this week, and we've worked on some new music with him. And we have an amazing local jazz drummer by the name of Jono Sweetman. Jono will be playing on there with him. And then we have a tabla player, it's the main percussion instrument in music, and a pianist from India. And we've worked on 7 or 8 lovely pieces and recreated it, reimagined the music, and we'll have the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra playing with him. And that happens this weekend,
This coming
weekend on Saturday. And it's the 2nd of August. August is here already. Yes, this week. I can see Christmas is closer now. It's coming up on Saturday, and we're at the Artscape in the Opera House, which I think is still one of the finest venues here. And so we hope to create some interesting music there. Rakesh himself is an extremely versatile artist. A few years ago I had him here, and he actually played at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival to an amazing crowd.
Yes.
And so many artists that I've brought here, they've also played on that platform.
Yeah.
And Indian classical music, I must say, is so close to jazz. Actually, it's so far from Western classical music, but so close to jazz.
Yes.
Because the music is largely improvised. And what do our guys do when they play? They improvise, right?
Yes.
So that's what they do. And but talking about talent and that, again, I'm really, really so impressed with the talent that we have locally. Yes, whilst we work with big international stars, I've worked with many Grammy awarded artists over the years. The talent that we have here, and I'll give you an example. Last year, we had 2 concerts in the UK, in London.
Yeah.
One at the Royal Festival Hall, a very prestigious venue there on the South Bank, and one at the Royal Albert Hall, actually. And 2 of my heads of departments, basically the guy that headed up the lighting and the guy that headed up sound, my sound engineer, they were both 2 Cape Flats boys.
Okay.
And it was the proudest thing for me that they could stand up there in such a prestigious venue, one of the best venues in the world. In fact, David, who's my sound engineer, he in fact said that, this venue has the best sound in the world because every company that does sound wants the equipment in the Royal Albert Hall. And it was just such an honor to be working on a system like that. You can sit anywhere in that venue. It's at 5,500 seats. You can sit anywhere and you'll hear crystal clear what's happening in that venue. Same with lighting for him. Did the lighting design, all of that. And the nice thing was that they could sit there and have these Brits from the UK and take instructions from them. So we but it just shows that we have talent here that can stand up to anywhere in the world.
I agree with you.
And we must never think that we're second best or whatever. And if given the opportunity, and I think people just need more opportunities, they can stand up there with the best in the world. And they delivered an amazing concert. That venue, which is a complicated venue to work in, the Royal Albert Hall, we could only get in there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the concert was at 7 o'clock at night. And within 12 hours, they were ready. Doors open, and we had these artists perform to a packed house. So again, just some of my feelings about local talent, and just amazing.
And I think we need to treasure that local talents and groom it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you say, we have the best, but I just think we need to create opportunities for them.
We need to create opportunities, but more so also I find local music people, and there are many youngsters today, they don't really know what to do career-wise, right? And let me tell you, music can be a career, right? But it does take dedication. Yes, you need natural talent and all of that, but you need to be dedicated. You need to work hard. The best artists I've seen in the world are artists that actually work very hard. Yes, you get your Tylers and what have you that have exceptional talent at such a young age, but generally you have to work hard and keep at it, and you can do well. We've seen many South African artists that have done amazingly well on the world stage.
I agree.
Yes, our legends, Abdullah Ibrahim, all those guys, yes, they have. Circumstances were different back then. But some of our finest opera singers, Priti Yende, she studied here at the College of Music at UCT. She's one of the best opera singers in the world today. In fact, we can't even afford for her to perform in South Africa. That's how expensive she is. She's based in France. That's where she's managed. But she's one of the best opera voices in the world. So we have so much of talent, and I really would encourage people, our young guys and girls, go and study music. These we have amazing institutions in Cape Town. You've got UCT, you've got Stellenbosch, you've got UWC. They all have music faculties. If people want to take it seriously to that level, and you can actually do pretty well.
You know what? So I must say to what Tom cares a lot, and I said to I know nothing about opera music. Ik ben van die Cape Flats, but I've learned so a lot about opera, and friends of mine are actually very much they love it, but also, like you say, a lot of youngsters, I know my son can sing like that, but because it is something that is not like you come from outside, it's something that we don't exercise. Opera music is for me is about reikers. That is the
perception.
Yes,
it's a perception. But you know what? choral music generally is so popular in South Africa.
Yeah.
If you look at in our churches, what happens there? People are singing along,
Yeah.
so the voices are there.
Yeah.
It's just okay. What's the talent, the voice, all of that's there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of nurturing it. But yes, I must also say that opera and even ballet, they are quiet tastes as well.
Yes.
On Friday night, I went to watch a ballet, and to me, I maybe I don't understand it well enough,
Yeah.
or maybe didn't understand the story well enough, and it did become a bit much for me after a while. But the people can appreciate ballet in a different way. There's a whole athletic angle to ballet actually. If you look at those people, have to be extremely fit to be dancing on their toes the way they do. You know, our previous guy said that he's a ballroom dancer. You know, but again, the amount of dedication, discipline, talent that it takes to do that, and again, like ballroom dancing, that is within our community. It's a natural, you know. But yes, it's molding also, but at the same time, I think people need to be exposed to see, you know, a lot of what's happening. And yes, the popular arts always, you know, it's easy. You go on TikTok and that you see all these people, the big names, they get lots of publicity. But there's no, I think there's just no shortage of what the mind. You should just keep your mind as broad as possible. And go for it, you know, go for gold.
Go for gold. I want to ask you two questions in the end of the one question is just tell us more about Inner Circle. Where can we follow you guys?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at Inner Circle Live. So we always posting stuff there. And this weekend we have this concert at the Artscape at the Opera House. It's called Symphony of Bansuri. So Bansuri is what you call this bamboo flute basically. It's the same name. And it's going to be quite interesting. They'll be having some rehearsals with the orchestra. And this again, you know, what I've seen before, the level of talent in that, you know, when you write stuff for an orchestra, they can literally look at it the moment they see it the first time and play it. You know, because they can, sight to read the music. And we've seen it, like a big concert that we did in London last year. We had 2 days set aside for rehearsals. In 4.5 hours, that orchestra was ready to perform on stage. They had everything sorted out. But they were very good sight readers, you know, of the music. So,
And what is the tickets? Where can they buy their tickets?
So tickets are at Ticketmaster, or it is a box office at the Artscape in the Opera House. There's a box office there, and the tickets are like 200 rand a ticket, what have you. The more expensive tickets are all gone. So tickets are still there. Are still a few tickets available.
Anything else that you want to mention to the audience?
No, I think you must keep doing what you're.
Thank you, and you as well.
And spreading the news about you know spreading the real Cape Flat stories. You know what we see and we hear. And even we chatted earlier on, they were talking about just the things that's happening on the Cape Flats. And yes, there's the negatives and all of that. But we must also focus on the positives.
I agree.
You know, and amplify the positives. And I think a platform like yourself is perfect to talk about those good stuff that's out there. And we need to amplify those because you look on any day on your news feeds and what if you 9 out of the 10 stories are negative news. It's bad news. You know, and especially when it comes to Western Cape, right? There was a shooting now again this morning in Klipfontein Road. You see that the guy died when he got to Jakes Gerwel Drive. You know, and it's every day we've been seeing what's been happening in Mitchell's Plain and so many other areas. But these other stories too, you know, and the mainstream media, I think they've just gotten to a point where they just are so negative. And they need to flip a switch and become a bit more positive.
We need to, because otherwise, you know, if you read toxic stuff, or not toxic stuff, but negative things, you're going to become negative.
You're going to become negative, absolutely. You're going to go into a negative mindset. And that's why I say music is something that it can take you out of that negativity. And music is one of the few things today, the world is fairly messed up if you look at what's going on globally. And music is one of the few things that can bring people together and make people sit next to each other of different faiths, of different religions, of different colors, of different ages, of different genders. And people can really, really come together, and music has that power to do that.
The power to unite us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nizar, thank you so much.
Not necessarily like the soccer teams.
No. Nizar, thank you so much. And
thanks.
I will have you back again.
Thanks, Dan.
We need to talk more about your things that you do. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is us for tonight. If you didn't watch us previously, I spoke to Ryan on the Xiaomi. There's no me without you. No? I think I said the logo. And then I spoke to Nizar. You guys can follow him on Inner Circle, on his Facebook, on Instagram. They are doing amazing things in Cape Town and across the world as well. So yeah, all these guys are from the Cape Flats. So let that be inspiration to you guys. Both of these guys are from the Cape Flats. Nothing is impossible. Have a blessed evening. See you guys next week. Cheers.